All right, so now that we know the pieces of the strategy, let's go ahead and go into the complete breakdown of the strategy. So for this, we're going to just reference the breakdown, which you can download in PDF format, or you can access it in the 2-Hour Trader Toolkit that's, that's powered by Notion. That's available on my Notion, right? So this is the simple version of it, right? This is not, I have my version of it where it's the same information, it's the same data, there's nothing different, it's just the way that I use it, right? But this is the way that I'm using it, because I'm just going to keep it simple so we can have a little bit more control over our risk. So this gives just a breakdown of all the screenshots that I just went over and every little piece about the strategy. This follows what I call the strategy trifecta. And what this is just basically something that we can reference to understand or to know that we have a complete trading strategy, okay? So the strategy trifecta gives us 3 questions that we need to be able to answer to know that we have a complete strategy, right? Number 1, is it simple? Number 2, is it efficient? And number 3, can you explain it to a child, okay? Is it simple? That's an easy one to answer. From my personal experience, from other traders, successful traders that I've seen, simple strategies are the best strategies, okay? So we don't want to make our strategies overcomplicated. We don't want to put a lot of stuff on our charts, or we don't want to have all these little different things that got to line up perfectly before we take a trade. We want it to be simple and easy to follow and understand, okay? So that's making sure that the strategy is simple. Is it simple? Do you have things on your chart that you don't need? Do you need like 12 things to line up before you get the signal to take a trade? Does it depend on the weather being a particular way before you can, it needs to be simple. You don't want to have it, too complicated. It needs to be easy to understand so you don't get confused and you can follow it consistently, right? So is it efficient? We want to make sure that our strategy is efficient in the optimal market conditions. So we all know that that all strategies work, just not all the time. So with that being said, there will be times where your strategy may not work so well or it doesn't work at all, and that's perfectly okay. That's just a normal thing. We can go and we can switch over to another strategy if we need to, or we can just take some time and just take a break, right? But we want to make sure that in the optimal market conditions that our strategy is efficient and it's working for and it's giving us a positive return. So, your strategy when the market conditions are optimal, we should be able to get some sort of, positive rate of return, whether that's a 3-to-1 rate of return or a 2-to-1 rate of return, a 4-to-1, 5-to-1, maybe even a 10-to-1, whatever that is, meaning we want to see and make sure that we are actually getting positive results over an extended period of time, whether that's 3 months, 6 months, whatever. In those optimal market conditions, when you consistently trade your strategy, does it give you positive returns? Okay, if you can answer yes to that, then your strategy is efficient. So the last part of this is, can you explain it to a child? So can you explain it to a child? So your strategy is simple and it's efficient if you can effectively explain it to a child to where they can either understand what you're saying or they can, better yet, apply what you're saying, right? So it depends on your strategy and of course where the child that you're talking to. Every child is not going to start from the same place. Every child is going to have a different level of comprehension, but you should be able to explain it like that in simple terms to a child, right? So that's the strategy trifecta. When you get to the point where you're making your own strategies, you can use this as a guideline to help you, make sure that your strategy is complete. And you can also use the strategy that you get in this course as a guideline as well to kind of help you see all the pieces that it takes to make sure you have a complete strategy, okay? So in the next section of this course, we're going to go into actually implementing this strategy, and I'm going to walk through step by step of how we're going to trade this strategy.